discipline that these Saccos have as of 2023, telling us that 359 Saccos. This was in 2022, there were about 359, 2023, 357. So 1 year, about 2 of the Saccos dropped. You can also tell us why. But the kind of discipline in some of the Saccos, because we have had, even in the media, some of the Saccos, their management, fraud as well. Tell us about that as a regulator.
Thanks very much, Stanley. One, I have to say this. Saccos are customer-owned financial institution or member-owned. So we are the one who run it. We are the one who actually elect, manage, and all that. Okay. So I think, and that's the challenge we constantly give to members, because you are the first line of oversight. So, and therefore, as challenges come, you'll actually relate that to the membership, what role they actually play. And therefore, our job as a regulator is to make sure that the institution is governed prudently. And therefore, that's why they are operating financial standards, operating standards, which we enforce, whether by way of capital, by way of liquidity, discipline in loan repayment and the like, so that by the time institution, now that gives a framework, the rail guards within which members should actually manage their Sacco. However, like in any business, you'll find there are people who will always, for reasons of their own making or not their own making, you find that the business may experience difficulties. And that's what you are actually noting. I will not say what you are noting there exiting is not necessarily mismanagement. Sample this. In the media industry, we have seen a lot of changes now, and you find that the institutions, then people exit, go more and more independent. Now you find if the Sacco does not then invest in actually how do we give offerings to this kind of market to keep, the members, so they can save and they can continue patronizing our product. You realize that you'll be sitting there and you are losing members, and they are going to those Saccos that are offering, they are more responsive. So we have seen Saccos due to competition. You'll note through a report that a lot of Saccos that were, for example, public sector Saccos that were, for example, let me use the case of teacher-based Saccos. You'll find that they used to be called, say, Nakuru teachers, for example. Okay. Today, they have a name that does not necessarily define, give them identity of teachers. Yeah. So Kenyans are joining them because of service. So the competition is across the board. So Saccos that you find dropping is actually revocation of license and then closing business. And some of them actually write to us that we are closing, we are refunding members' deposits. Others, because of non-compliance with the requirements, licensing requirements, we actually close them.
What are these requirements?
This requirement, one, the license requirement, one, you need to have capital. Okay. And for information, the Saccos that we regulate, the 357 is just a small proportion, even though they control, about 90% of the total assets in the Sacco industry. There are other Saccos that we do not regulate, the small ones. The one they are being nurtured under county oversight of county government. We take 100 million in deposits and above, meaning that you have built a sizable loanable fund by way of deposits to sustain yourself. So in that case, we look for capital. Have you built capital? So minimum 5 million for those non-WDT.